What's up, y'all? I'm Chris H. 508. This is On the Spot. Today we got a very special guest. Please introduce yourself. Tell us your name, where you're from, what you got going on.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Louie V Edsel, coming out from Chicago, Illinois. Right now, we just been working really hard on this album I got coming out and getting ready for the first show that I'm having this year. I'm actually having it at the Forge Live, really dope venue in Joliet, Illinois. So just trying to get those tickets sold, trying to get my merch ready. We're gonna have a merch table there, so all types of different things, but just working, man. That's all we've been doing.
Absolutely. Congratulations on the show, the new project. I was just checking out your videos. You got a lot of work out right now that the people can check out in the meantime. And I want to talk more about your music and everything else. And before we get started, I want to officially welcome you to On the Spot. Thanks for coming through.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the first thing that I always like to ask about is your name. Tell the people again what your artist name is and what does it mean? Who gave it to you? Why did you choose it? What's the story behind your name?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So Louie V Edsel. First and foremost, Edsel, that's pretty much my middle name that was given to me from my mom, my OG. So I kind of wanted to hit something that can still hit home kind of thing. I mean, I'm all for anyone that picks a creative name, but I wanted something that could still be original to me. So that's kind of why I had that. Louie V, that was the little creative sauce that I had to throw on it, just because, you know, during today's era, what's going on right now, social media and everything, you always have to stick out a little bit more. So the Louie V just was that little extra sauce to just kind of be, you know, more modernized kind of thing. So, of course, I had to do with like the designer Louis Vuitton too, just kind of like a little way to add some designer to my name. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the type of music I'm trying to go for, making that designer music, luxury. You know what I mean? So,
Yo,
I know what it's all about.
I like that, bro. And I wasn't sure if it was your name or what it was, but now we broke it down. You know, it's representing yourself too, keeping it real luxury music. I'm not mad at that. Louie V Edsel, man. You guys already know. I'm gonna put his name right down below. Y'all go give him a follow right now. And I want to ask a little bit about your journey. How long have you been releasing music, and what's your motivation to keep going?
Yeah, so actually we're probably over a decade right now. We're talking maybe 12, 13 years. You know, I started when I was in middle school, so I'm in my early 20s. So, you know, we just been trying to push it. Number one thing that keeps me going is the fact that, you know, what I do is very therapeutic to me. So, of course, I dream, you know, the ultimate goal is to make a living off of this right now. And I'm doing what I'm supposed to and just working. But no matter what happens, I'm going to keep on making music regardless, you know, if I ever blow or don't. It's just something that's very therapeutic. It means a lot to me personally. So it's a personal preference that keeps me going. The fact that I can express myself and other people can listen to it and I can feel, you know, I can get a little bit vulnerable and maybe put some meaning into someone else's life. That's another big motivation too. Because, you know, ultimately I'm going to make what's on my mind no matter what. My biggest thing that I'm always about is just trying to keep it as original as possible and really avoid trying to do anything that's what's trending or really trying to follow something only because you think that it's going to work for you. You know, you always have to find your own style, so to speak. So my biggest motivation is just the fact that it's therapeutic and then having people's reactions to what I have to create from my mind. So
I think that's a great way to look at it. You're doing it for yourself, and that's the thing. If you're chasing numbers or you think it's a competition, I mean, you might get in first place that might only last a day, and you might only get in first place by being something you're not. And I feel like you said, you're being yourself in your music, you're keeping it real, and you're doing it for yourself, and you can't go wrong with that at all. And I want to talk a little bit more about the music side of things. Now, I know you said you've been doing this for a while, 10 years, and you're still very young, which I'm like, damn, man, that's crazy. But you got a lot of skill too at your age. That's what we were talking before. I'm like, man, this reminds me of that real hip hop, man, like that real classic stuff. So you've definitely been putting in that work, and over the years of doing videos and releases and things, I'm sure that you've learned a lot. So what's one piece of advice you would give to artists watching, or a piece of advice that you would give to yourself when you started, if you could? What's something you've learned in your journey?
my biggest thing is always do your homework. That's the best thing I can do. There's no skips. There's no workarounds. I mean, you might go online and then you might see other interviews and you might see other artists that kind of look like they blew up pretty fast. Either something happened where they had a certain connect that most people don't have, or you just weren't there to see the whole entire process and how much they had to work to get to where they're at now. So do your homework. Actually review and revise what you have to do. You know, if you don't plan, you're planning for failure. So always keep track of what you're going to be working on. It's not going to happen overnight, and it's not, you know, it's not like a slope up, right? It's going to be like a zigzag. You're going to be up, you're going to be back down, and then you're going to go up. But every time you go down, you're going to be up a little bit higher than you were the last time. So that's just kind of the thing that I think a lot of other people that are barely getting into the game, they kind of think that, you know, if they have a decent music video and a hot track, that they're going to just push that one thing and just
straight up.
Exactly. So just do your homework, do your research, and make sure you know what you're getting yourself into, because it's a hard game. I mean, there's millions of other people trying to do the same thing that we are. So that's probably the best advice.
That is absolutely true. There's over 11 million artists on Spotify, and only 0.00045 ever get a song that has over 1 million plays. So it is very hard, but you don't have to have millions and billions and trillions of things going on to be successful and to make an impact with your music, and also enjoy what you're doing and enjoy the journey. And I think I've been asking a lot of artists that question, and I feel like you have an answer that I don't think I've heard anyone say yet, which is do your homework and make a plan and be prepared for the ups and downs. And I think that is very important for people to know. So I appreciate you sharing that with everybody watching. And
Absolutely.
Also, I want to find out a little bit about you outside of the music. Outside of the music, what are you interested in? Do you have any hobbies, things you like to do, things you want to do? What's something about you that we should know outside of the music?
My other passion is just traveling, you know, traveling with my lady, with my girl. So I know we were just in Vegas a month ago. A couple months before that, we were in Hawaii.
Wow.
We're actually going to the Dominican Republic this summer. So really viewing the world for what it is, because, again, tying it back to being in the game, you might feel like you're stuck in your room trying to make a name for yourself, and you get, you know, you don't get motivated anymore because you feel like you're not going anywhere. Traveling to me is always a bigger thing, because not only do you get to see, you know, what you always see on TV and stuff, but it gives you perspective and how big the world really is, and how, you know, you can still make a difference without having to feel like you're stuck in your room, because the world is so big out there. There's so many people out there that you can reach easily. So my biggest interest is traveling, of course. And then I'm also just a nature guy too. You know, I fucks with the forest and the mountains, and so just being out there doing that too. So just being outdoors is my little vibe I got going on. Yeah, for sure. If you actually check out the music videos I got, I know I got of him. I think it's around almost 30,000 views right now, but I did that one in the forest for the first time, and that was pretty much the first time I ever made a music video kind of towards a nature gardening centric kind of thing. So definitely gonna push forward on that. But yeah,
that is very, very cool, man. I feel like you're speaking directly to me, because traveling is something I definitely want to do, and I feel like I need to do this year more. I'm always just so busy working in my room trying to make a name for myself. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't get outside enough. So, man, those are things that on my bucket list to do more. Get outside, travel. You're exactly right, man. So that's motivating me. I'm sure someone watching might motivate them too. And I want to find a little bit about your influences, man. Who are the top 3 artists that influence and inspire you?
Man, I hate to be that guy, but I never have a solid top 3. I can't. Like, I can say a top 3 right now. It can change tomorrow. Like, okay. You know, but
who were the last 3 artists that you listened to?
Oof. All right, so probably gonna be Jay-Z. Jay-Z definitely. This is in no order, right? But Jay-Z for sure is always a go-to for me. Either probably I had to throw Drake in there. I have to. I mean, he's definitely a go, and I know he definitely inspires me to go towards the entertainment and artist side. I know you were mentioning how I am more boom bap. That is more of my style, but I mean, I still have to take notes from what to do to stay modern and stay within, you know, what you have to do to be a good entertainer, not only just a rapper, but a good entertainer. So what we got Hov, we got Drizzy, And then last, I'm probably gonna have to go with right now. Man, I get fell on the spot with this one. Probably gonna have to lean towards Cuddy.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm really big on Cuddy, which is kind of like a hard left turn, right? But Cuddy is the one that kind of taught me at a young age too that it's okay to be vulnerable in your music. It's okay to be honest. Um, Down to the fact that someone else could be going through exactly what you're going through. Well, there always is, right? I would say, and that's how people are gonna relate with you, and that's really ultimately how you build genuine fans. Is when you become most vulnerable with yourself. Sometimes, you know. So, I'll go with those three right now. But
Man.
like I said, it always changes, man.
Yo,
Yeah.
you answer these. I like this interview, man. You're giving great answers, and I feel like with bars, you're like, I do bars by entertain. But at the end of the day, I mean, all Jay-Z was bars. You know, he didn't do nothing else but rap, and I think everyone respects Drake because of the bars to the rap. So you know, you gotta rap. And when you rap, when I was watching the videos, you have like you're like aggressive. You know what I'm saying? I like that. You're laid back right now, but when you're rapping, you're rapping for
Oh,
real. So, you know, I don't want to run out of time. We're getting towards the end of the interview. I want to talk about what you got going on now and your music. For the people watching right now, what's the first video or song you'd want them to check out?
Oh, right now, probably want to check out Perry Your Water. I know that's my highest viewed video right now. It's actually doing really good numbers. I got some submissions for radio play coming up really soon too. So we about to take this really, really global right now. So Perry Your Water for sure. I also got my other music videos of him, and then my newest video, Tourist Ways, also out right now. Check them out. They're really, really dope visuals. I know we shot Tourist Ways in Hawaii, which was extremely fun to do. So that's just a little different vibe there. And we're working on the music video right now. I actually had a video shoot last night. If you check out my Instagram pages up in my story, for a new one called Talk About It. That one should be actually out by this Monday. Me and my team are working really hard to get an editing done and production. So we're gonna hopefully aim for Sunday night, Monday morning, and then of course that show that's this Sunday. For those that aren't in the Chicago area, we're doing our best to figure out a live streaming thing to have it on Instagram and Facebook. So just keep tapping with that. Otherwise, check out my link tree. I have it in the bio on my IG. That's the best way to find pretty much whatever you use, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal. It doesn't matter. I have all my links on there. So just appreciate, you know, any kind of feedback. Even if you want to judge me and hate me, if there's some things that you don't like about me, go for it. You know, any feedback to me is good feedback. So just appreciate the movement, you know, support local artists, support rappers trying to make it, musicians trying to make it, and we're going to keep pushing.
Absolutely. Well, you are making it. You are doing it. You believe in yourself. You're investing in yourself. You're doing shows. You got the music. Real quick, you said you got a project coming out. Is that coming out this summer? When do you think it's dropping?
So we're aiming to do it middle of May. So
Okay.
I guess we can say like 4 weeks is the period that we got right now. It's our deadline. We are doing, we're waiting for a couple of we have a magazine that's waiting to do an article on it right now, actually. Voyage, I'm not sure if anyone's familiar with it. They're a pretty decent website. I know they're waiting for a questionnaire to be submitted about the album too. So just some press that we're waiting for. We're really trying to aim for middle of May though. So that's the hope right now. Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, definitely keep a lookout for that. Y'all heard him. He got Perrier Water Freestyle, Taurus Ways of him. He got the live show. He's got the link tree. I'm going to put your name right down below. Go give him a follow. And we got about 30 seconds. Is there any shout outs? Anything else you want to let them know before we go?
100%. You know, shout out to the boys out there supporting. Shout out to my lady. I know she's always behind my back. And shout out to all the real hip hop artists still keeping the trail with the hip hop and the boom bap. But also shout out to my turn up people out there too, because we always need to turn up. We need that energy as well.
That's a fact. That's a fact. LOUIE V Edsel, man, I appreciate you coming through, sharing your story, sharing your music, and it's nice to meet you, man.
Likewise, man. Appreciate it. Chicago, stand up.
Absolutely. I just interviewed someone right from that area a little earlier, man. So Illinois, Chicago, the city, the town, the state, y'all definitely doing it, and we definitely gonna stay locked in. I also want to thank all y'all for watching this show, guys. I got one favor to ask y'all. Press like, drop a comment, share this on your story, go give them a follow. And y'all already know what it is. I'm Chris H 508. This is On the Spot, and we're gonna see y'all in the next episode. Let's go.